Hey, and welcome back to Bain's Bites. I'm Bain. So today we're going to be making something that you may have seen before. Some people call them muddy buddies. I grew up calling them puppy chow. We're going to do two things just a little bit different. Instead of chocolate, we're going to be using some butterscotch chips, kind of give it that fall flavor, a good snack you can bring to parties or have out during holidays. And then we're also going to be smoking the Chex before because I can and I want to. So let's get started. So I've got corn Chex. You can use rice or wheat or chocolate or peanut butter or whatever crazy flavors they have, but we're going to start with 8 cups of whatever kind of Chex you like. Now before we get started actually making them, like I said, I'm going to put a little bit of smoke on them. So what I'm going to do is I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter here with my 8 cups. I'm just going to pour this over and we'll stir it around and get everything good and coated. Good enough. Now I've got some cooling racks, some chicken racks, whatever you want to call them. I'm just going to spread them out over here. I've got the Traeger on smoke, which is the lowest setting I've got. You don't need a lot of heat. Probably going to go half an hour, maybe an hour, give them a taste in, see how they're doing, see what kind of flavor we can get on them. Looks good. Let's go get them on the Traeger. So the Chex Mix sat on the Traeger for about 30 minutes. I just gave it a taste and it's definitely got a nice little smoky bite to it. So what we're going to do now is get it back in our bowl and we'll mix up our mixture. We're going to coat it in. It'll be sticky, delicious goodness. Now what we need to do next is we're going to take 1.5 cups of these butterscotch chips and about 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And I'm going to use the microwave. I'm going to microwave them for about 30 seconds at a time and stir, and then 30 seconds and stir, and drop it down to maybe 10 or 15 seconds until we get them all melted up and combined. I'm also going to add 1 stick of butter. Starting to get warm, but it's not quite there, so let's do another 30 seconds. Smells like a barbecue pit. Just give it a stir, incorporate the heat. Definitely don't want to burn these morsels. All right, let's go another 30 seconds. Now we're cooking. Now we're starting to look better. Let's see. Well, we still got some chunks, but let's stir for a little bit. See if we can't get those worked in. The bowl's hot, that's for sure. Now we're doing better. All right, we'll stir this for just a minute till it gets good and smooth. Then we're gonna pour it right on top of our smoked Chex. Now, as I sit here and stir, you could add things like pretzels or peanuts or anything else you'd want to make it your own. Again, you can just use chocolate chips instead of butterscotch, and that's the classic. That's the go-to. There we go, good and smooth. Smells so good. Just smells like candy. And now for one of the first of 2 pretty fun parts. Just gonna take our good mixture right here and pour it all over the top of these. Oh yeah. Grab our spatula. Oh, a little bit of goodness right here. Just toss this up to get it good and coated. Just don't use too much pressure. Be gentle with it. So you want to get every piece good and covered and coated. Oh, it looks so good. And make sure you get every piece good and covered. Just kind of scoop from the bottom and toss it up through it. It'll all coat and cover itself. Now what we want to do next is get about 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to add it to a big giant 2-gallon Ziploc bag. We're going to pour all these in and we're going to give it a good shake. Get them all coated up in some powdered sugar. And I'll show you one more thing we're going to do just before we do that. So we'll get 1 cup, about like that, and then we'll eyeball another 1/2 cup, or thereabouts. All right, there's our powdered sugar. And like I said, since we're going with a fall theme, we're kind of doing something different with the butterscotch. I figured, what's more fall flavor than a little bit of pumpkin spice mixing? So we'll take some pumpkin spice seasoning and add, not too much, maybe about 1 teaspoon. Just enough to give you a little bit of that flavor. There we go. Now we get to add all of our Chex in and shake it. Like I said, this can get messy if you're not careful. Take him. Now zip this up tight. Make sure it's sealed, because if you go to shaking and it's not sealed right, get a little air out. Let's just say bad things might happen. Now we just shake. Get everything good and coated up in there. Yummy. All right, so that 1.5 cups didn't quite cut it. I like a little bit more, so let's add maybe another 1/2 cup. It smells so good. So I'm just gonna leave this bag open and let it kind of sit out for maybe an hour, let it cool off, come down to room temperature and let everything kind of set up, and we'll give it a try. So I did wait an actual hour. I may have walked by and snuck 1 or 2 here or there while it was cooling, but it's all cooled off. We got it in a little bowl, and it's finally time to give it the official try. Our smoked butterscotch, pumpkin spice, fall, puppy chow, or muddy buddy, whatever you want to call it. Puppy chow? And no. Let's give it a try. Wow, it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. Incredible. Man, you do get a little bit of the smoke and you do get a little bit of that pumpkin pie spice. That's a great fall treat. You could have it for breakfast, you could have it for lunch, for appetizer, for dinner, dessert, snack, midnight snack, second midnight snack. You can pretty much have it whenever you want. It's a great crowd pleaser. It's really not that hard to do. You don't have to smoke the Chex like we did. I thought it'd be fun, and it came out great. So if you like what we're doing, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep your eyes out for some more fun stuff coming out soon. As always, y'all have a great day. You can't just have one bite of this.